What's going on, everybody? I'm Primal Liquid and welcome to my guide for Disgaea 4 Complete Plus. In this video I'm going to explain to you guys how to create a perfect armor, and this is completely different to every other Disgaea game. You can't just go through an endless number of floors like in Disgaea 5, nor do you have to constantly reset and level up to achieve the highest possible stats, which are nowhere near the actual cap like in other Disgaea games. Even the original Disgaea 4 was different. Back then, for armor, you would typically manage to hit around 400,000 for each stat with a trap. Not anymore. We can now cap every stat at 2.1 million. Even more so, we can do it without wasting bills on them, so you can increase something else. Now, before we start, I do have a video on how to get the best armors, so be sure to check that out if you want to know how to get them in this video. So, without further ado, let's start, shall we? For the sake of this video, I'll be doing the Invincible Armor. However, the steps taken in this video are completely the same for all others. Now, to start with, I suggest putting in 6 innocents to the armor. It doesn't matter if they're subdued or not, but you want 1 for each stat. If you have a non-stat innocent on it, then use an enforcer to remove it. You don't actually have to do this step, but it does save a little time later. So I personally suggest it, but again, it's fine if you don't. It'll just take longer to max out. Next, make sure you have some Mr. Gensi exits. For the first stage of maxing, we're going to need 10 of them. Okay, let's jump into the item world. You don't need to worry about killing all monsters like in Disgaea 5. There are, however, a few things to note. Make sure to go into every single mystery gate and make sure to collect every level sphere. Finally, if you get the fortune teller room, regardless of result, keep speaking to him to challenge him to a fight for an extra level. Also, every 5 floors there is a split with 2 gates you can take. You can do either the item route or the innocent route. You always want the item route, which is the gate with a sword image hovering over it. Now, go to floor 10 and kill the item general, then immediately use a Gensi to exit the item world. Now save the game. Seriously, this is super important. Okay, now go back into the item and kill the general a second time and advance into the item gate. At this point, there is 3 possible outcomes. You'll either get a box asking if you want to leave to base, or proceed to the next stage. If you get this, reset. The other 2 options will involve you going to the Innocent Town. In the Innocent Town, there is a chance for a Senate NPC being there to pass bills for the item. However, he is not always here. If he is not here, then reset. So, in other words, keep resetting, killing the item general each time and going into the item gate each time until you get the Innocent Town with the Senate NPC there. Okay, now for armors, there was only one bill we care about: movement. Jump will be maxed by having 3 invincible armors equipped, and stats will be maxed anyway, which results in characters having the maximum 99,999,999 in all stats, even with 0 stat bills. So, upgrade movement. Once the bill is passed, continue on to the next floor and keep heading down, choosing the item gate on floor 15, and finally, once you hit floor 20, kill the general, Gensi out, and save, because it's time for more RNG, because we need to get the Innocent Town with the Senate yet again. So keep resetting until you get it. Again, pass the movement bill, then continue on. Now, it's just a case of repeating this until floor 30. Once you get to floor 30, kill the king, Gensi out, and put a 7th innocent on the item. Choose a stat that you don't have an innocent for already on it. Once that's done, save the game and go back into the item. Kill the king and reset until you get the Innocent Town with the Senate NPC again. Pass the movement bill. Now, before continuing on, leave the item, because we killed the king a second time, so we can now put on the 8th and final innocent for the final stat. So now you should have a single innocent for each main stat, including HP and SP. Amount of innocents per stat don't matter. 1 or 19,999 will be the same. Just don't use dual stat innocents, they don't work. Okay, now it's just a case of repeating all of this until floor 60. Make sure to pass the movement bill each time, gensiing out and double killing the generals, and always choosing the item growth path. Now, on floor 60, don't worry about saving. You see, because we got the Senate NPC on floor 10, it means the NPC will never appear on floor 60. So all you need to do is kill the king on floor 60, gensi out, and go straight back in. Kill the king a second time, go into the item growth gate, and then continue on until floor 70. Okay, at floor 70 we need to do the whole resetting business one final time, because we can get one more Senate NPC here, bringing our total to 6 bills passed. In this case, they should all be movement bills. Once this is done, continue down the item until floor 99. Make sure to gensi out every 10 floors though to double kill the bosses. So, on floor 99, gensi out of the item. At this point, it should be at the very least level 200. Typically though, it would be between 220 and 250. In some cases, if you're lucky, it can be as high as 280. Now, before we go back onto the final floor 100, we're going to go get all the remaining levels to get the item to level 300. We do this by reverse pirating. So go to the pirate NPC, build your ship, and try to go for a semi-big one with a lot of turns available. I'd say 5+ turns is good. Next, go back to the item world NPC and select reverse pirate. The idea here is simple. Get the red and yellow level spheres onto your pirate ship. Yellows are worth 10 levels and red are worth 15 levels, meaning we can get 25 levels per pirate floor. And at this point we have 4 floors to pirate: stage 20, 40, 60 and 80. Do this until you finally get to level 300. Okay, your armour is now max level, but its stats are nowhere near 2.1 million, and the only thing we can do now is kill the final item god, but that alone won't give us 2 million stats. But what if we kill the item god 200 times, getting a bonus each time? Yeah, that'll work. The downside is you need a lot of Gensi exits. The amount varies on the armour you want to cap. For traps, you want about 70, and for Invincible Armor, you need about 250. So, how do we get all these Gensi exits? Don't panic, you don't have to farm them in the item world anymore, you can actually just buy them instead. So place the Rosine shop evil symbol somewhere on the map, it doesn't matter where. This opens up a unique shop in the Netherworld which sells different items depending on the square it's placed on. Next up, you need to kill Ball. The good thing is, 3 traps and a ball sword are enough to do that. You don't need them perfected either. Now, once Ball is dead, this special shop will sell Gensi exits at the small price of 1 trillion hell. Oh, and did I mention the game's cap is 10 trillion? So, kind of expensive, right? Nope, you can hit that cap in one fight. To find out how, take a look down the description for a farming method. So, now you have an easy source of Gensi exits. It's time to cap the armour. Have 50 to 60 Gensi exits and go back into the item world where you left off on floor 99. Advance to floor 100 and kill the item god, then Gensi out. Go back in, kill the god, and Gensi out again. Keep doing this until the armour hits the cap of 2.1 million for each stat. Just remember to use 500 Guardian Innocence. You only need 1 stack per character, and make sure they are on the weapon. Or if you plan to use Magi Change, make sure they are on the very first armour, because they affect all armours below it as well. This way you won't just get 2.1 million, it'll give you about 20 million in all stats for each maxed out armour equipped. Now, it might seem daunting, but the entire process from a base level 0 to a fully maxed out level 300 only takes about 3 hours for the Invincible Armor, or about 1.5 hours for the trap. But given that the best armor is the Invincible, then make sure to go for that. So, that's it. How to create perfect armors for Disgaea 4. Now, all that's left is to dupe them for each character you want. Want to know how to easily dupe? No problem, I have a guide on that. So, check the description for that down below. With that said though everybody, I hope this video has helped. If it has, then be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified for all my future content. Finally, for anybody who wants to help support the channel, why not become a member? All links are down below in the description. As always though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.